Alright, let's see. Did it work? Yes! Progress! Yo, guys! Bill heard a shout coming from somewhere else in the bar. That voice was... Check the time! The time. Bill looked at his barman. Uh-oh. 40. It took him a moment to realize what that meant. As if a light bulb had turned on in his head, he remembered that part of the rules. And to be precise, the core rules. Yep, here it comes. At 45 of every hour, all players present in the Golden Jack will have to participate in a council. Which meant there were 5 minutes left. If they didn't carry it out, they would break the rules, resulting in... And just as he did, the device started beeping. An alarm. Quickly, he rushed to the center of the bar, expecting to find everyone there. The rest had the same thought, as upon arriving, half of them were already there.
Hey, Billy!
The young woman waved her hand. She had been the one shouting earlier. It seemed weird to him that, of all people, she was the one to notice they had to move. Or at least, the first one to warn everyone. What? If someone forgot the rules and didn't join the council, their fate would be sealed. It was good to see that at least one person there seemed to care for everyone's well-being. As soon as someone decided to play seriously, trying to win, everything would change. In that calm before the storm, with the game still on its early stage, they had to familiarize themselves with it as soon as possible, or fast as possible, and prepare for the worst.
Only a few minutes left. If we got a debate, we need to look for a suitable place.
Being together isn't good enough? What are we gonna debate then?
We still don't have much information, but we need to fulfill Rule 3 to survive. Someone must give out their number.
Yeah, well, more like lie about your number.
And if the lie is proven, that person would have to reveal their real number. They all knew the consequences, but someone had to take that risk so everyone could survive one more hour. Playing the game was out of the question for him. Most likely none of them wanted to seriously do it. Yet maybe they all would. All but him. He cared for his life, of course, but he would never approve of that sickening game. So, as long as he could, he would rebel against it. I think we need to agree on one thing. That was still the beginning of the game. Most, or hopefully all, were still undecided, trying to wrap their heads around the whole situation. For starters, killing wasn't an easy matter for the time being. Only number 1 could do so directly. The only other way to do it was using the spy role, the objective that actually forced a kill by revealing someone's secret objective. However, according to the explanation on the barman, it wouldn't appear until the 6th hour. So, the only way they had to remove someone at that point was to figure out their number and then convince a majority to accuse them. It would take time and preparation, and everyone seemed to still be acclimating to the situation and the rules. He had to use that opportunity to create a peaceful deal with everyone, to prolong their lives as much as possible.
Enlighten us, Billy boy.
Nobody wants their number revealed, but we need to give one fake number per hour until we've all done it. So, we should pact an order and not point out the other's lies. We need to work together to get past Rule 3 without putting at risk our own number. Everyone there looked around, uncomfortable. At that moment, the rest arrived, Vodka being the last one moving at his own pace, of course.
Come on, Gramps. Yes, you can.
Don't force these old gears. Time doesn't wait. No, and in fact, we're almost out of time. What Bill offers would be just adjust, but we will have to talk about it on the council. So, where do we sit? Rules don't say anything on that, so I guess it's whatever. Oh, I can save. Good. That's what I was wanting to do. Yes! Save! Perfect. I'll save up here instead. There we go.
How about the counter?
A little hard to see each other if we're all lined up.
Yes, one of the tables would be better.
Oh, light bulb's on. Let's do it on the table trademark.
Oh, please, no ads. I'm not paying no matter what extras it has, or if you sell me two for the price of one.
I think she just means the big table down the stairs. Sure, seems like a good spot. Although, will it be big enough for all of us?
Only one way to find out.
One by one, they walk down the steps to the lower part of the bar, gathering around the big table. I just realized I'm almost using all of the voices that I used for Fata Morgana at this point. Almost!
We haven't found somebody to be doing this voice. Basically, I just gave that to Poker without the accent.
As seats, they borrowed some nearby chairs and sofas. As you do. Oh, this looks nice.
C'est magnifique.
Where did that puff come from?
Don't even think about taking it. It's mine.
That doesn't answer my question. Unless it's literally yours and you had it hidden somewhere. Somehow. But I don't think that's it. It could be like we were, like, given... Some people were just, like, allowed to have some objects, like the whole thing with the lighter and the cigarettes with cigar. So, maybe?
You underestimate my power.
What? Don't listen to her. We found it lying around here, and she's been craving to use it ever since. Thanks, Gin. And I brought one of the counter's tall stools for piano.
I don't need that.
You'll be too tiny with one of those chairs.
I'm not tiny.
But you want to be taller, right? Silently, he sat on the stool. The seats were being filled. Bill had to decide which to take. Perhaps noting his indecision, Gin looked at him and pointed at the empty space on the sofa she was sitting in. The offer was too cozy to pass up. Thanks, Gin. Gin's nice. Don't betray me. Once they sat down, everything was ready, just in time.
So now what? Excuse me if I'm a tad slow, but I still have barely a clue.
Not alone there, Gramps.
It was on that moment when the time came. All barmans turned on with a new message. Your participation in the council is required until its closure. Close proximity barman detected. All start requirements cleared. The council menu will be available during its course. This message won't be repeated in future councils.
Whoa, hello!
Before they could ready themselves, it started. The first council. Oh boy! This is gonna be fun. Oh, boop!
Come on, spit it all out.
What exactly?
I don't know, anything?
Not anything. According to the rules, we must debate using the data we have obtained, and one person must fulfill Rule 3.
I believe that last part should take priority. Anyone willing? Like I said before. Yes, we should consider Bill's proposal, if after that someone is willing to tell us the data they have received. About that, I think data should be kept secret for now, to protect everyone's numbers.
But then we can't play the game.
Yes.
I don't want to. But if we don't, we all die. We can avoid it for now, but sooner or later someone will.
Okay, let's all calm down. We'll talk about that later, all right? Let's start with Rule 3. All right. Excuse this interruption on this momentous occasion, but it is needed. Who am I, you ask? Let's just say I'm a voice in your head. Well, you better make room. There's already a couple up there trying to argue with you, or they're trying to take your place, so just keep that in mind, okay? I'm pretty sure one of them also sounds like Frieza for some reason. One that not even the rule known as billiards can hear. Only you. And don't mistake me for a mere narrator either. Oh, god damn it. Instructions can wait. Before proceeding, an explanation about what's going to happen is essential. The first council's about to start. How exciting. During a council, your dominion over time will be restricted. Or in other words, its flow will advance without your consent. Make sure to pay attention. Do not miss a single phrase. But lucky for you, not all is outside your grasp. You can adjust the word speed on your menu. If the challenge is too great, it's even possible to raise it to its maximum value for a special challenge, but I would advise you to not go to either of the two extremes. Medium speed is ideal. Okay, so the word speed, okay. I will have to be careful on that. I may have to slow it down then. Your access to saves, loads, and the backlog will also be lost. Your barman will remain at hand so you can check any detail, although not at every instant. During councils, you will have to make some decisions, as you probably imagined. But these ones will have a greater impact than the ones prior. And the only way to see all the possible paths is restarting the council anew. Oh, goody. And with that, we reach the final key point. Your goal during any council, maintaining its tension under control. Let me try something. Okay, what's my word speed? Messages, Let me just, medium. Okay, alright, I think that counts. Tension is a simple concept, barely in need of explanation. Fights, disputes, quarrels, suspense, all those will increase the tension that the rules feel. And if it gets too high, remaining in control will be impossible. And the only conclusion possible will be failure. Okay, so it's kind of like a real-time strategy style thing, where I have to do my best to keep everything relatively under control and prevent them from going absolutely ballistic. Okay. And again, the only way to start it is by starting the council anew. Thankfully, we have that save file prepared. I think. Whew, this is going to be interesting. If that happens, you will have to go back to the start of the council. So do all you can to keep that tension low. That's where your choices will matter. The choice of words of the rule billiards. There is another way to influence tension, but I will leave that explanation for later, when it becomes relevant. Oh, sure, of course. Thank you, voice in my head. You always disappoint me. Except for the times whenever you suddenly take over and then my reflection starts talking to me, in which case, I gotta remind myself to reschedule my next visit with my therapist. And my psychologist. And getting more meds. I might have a problem. It's time to begin. I would wish you luck, but I do not believe you will need it in this council. And moreover, I'm not on your side. I'm only a neutral observer. Okay. Let's go. Okay. The first council. All right.
Okay, so let's start. Bill?
Yes, well, as I said, according to Rule 3, we all have to give out a number, one per council, until we've all done it. I'm guessing we can all agree that saying all of them at once isn't a good idea. It'd make us too vulnerable. So the most reasonable option is agreeing on an order and swearing to not reveal the other's lies.
Now that you mention it, young man, how does this revealing of lies work?
I like this. It's on the clarification screen, with the death of the number's holder, or using data and hints.
So, wait, if someone says they are the number 2, for example, and the real number 2 comes out, that doesn't count?
Not unless they prove it. Right. We can claim to be whatever number we want, but we can't show the screen of our devices. Except for the one that's allowed to break that rule.
Barman! It's called Barman!
I didn't forget.
Well, if you say so.
Hey!
Only refutable evidence counts, like in a trial, I guess.
So, what do you think?
You missed one important detail. I wonder if on purpose.
Which?
You said we all have to eventually fulfill Rule 3, 1 per hour.
Well, I guess in theory, whoever has that rule doesn't.
But if they don't, gotcha.
I didn't mean that, but it is related. If the individual with Rule 3 dies, that rule disappears and we never have to worry about it again.
Yeah, sure, but
Well, if he says that, he can't be 3. Someone write that down. Or that's what he wants us to think.
maybe.
Or maybe Bill didn't mention this detail because in his head, the possibility of 3 dying is impossible. Or in other words, he is 3.
Hey! Immediately, all attention focused on Bill. He wasn't expecting to end up in that situation. He didn't know his own number, and the data he had received didn't rule out 3. Admit possibility, change subject, deny it. Well, I mean, deny it. No! I just thought that it wasn't important enough to mention. So you hid it. No, that's not it either.
So then what? Don't make things more complicated, boy. My head can only take so much.
I only mentioned it as a possibility, nothing to be that upset about. Unless...
Maybe he slipped for being too nervous.
Hey!
No doubt, he's 3.
No, that's bad! Oh, this isn't good. Everything's getting out of control. I probably should have changed the subject. Fine, I won't insist. Think whatever you want, but let's get back on topic. Yes, the speculation can wait. So, back to what I was saying. What do you think? Salutations, again. I need to interrupt once more. Consider it a good chance to relax, but for a moment. How is the council going? All right? No answer. I can't hear you. Hey! Wait, then how are we carrying on the wait. How the hell are we carrying on this conversation if you're, wait a minute. So wait a minute. If you're in my head though, shouldn't you be able to hear, wait, but it's time to explain the last council topic. Interventions. Sometimes during a council, the scene will be represented visually as a game of pool, also known as billiards, with each player represented by a ball, including billiards himself. Don't panic, it's only an imaginary depiction. When his ball lights up and starts to shake, an opportunity to intervene will present itself. You can then decide to change the course of the conversation, be it for the better or the worse. Placing your cursor on top of the ball will let you see what billiards is thinking. Use that information to predict what he will say if he chimes in, and press if you decide to take it. Okay. This is interesting. But, to be perfectly honest, I'm afraid I don't want to fuck up. Intervening impulsively is risky, but so is hesitation. If you take too long, the shown invention will disappear. And the only way back is starting the council from scratch. Unless the same opportunity comes back naturally during the conversation. Otherwise, your authority to speed up time will come in useful. You do know what I'm talking about, right? Your control over time? Just making sure. Each chance to intervene can last from just a single phrase to, who knows, you'll have to use your intuition and interpret the flow of the discussion. But don't stress over it too much. There's more than one path to victory. usually. A proper performance isn't needed. Just make sure to not let the tension build up too much, and sooner or later you'll reach a destination, be it a favorable one or not. Being your first time, however, I'll give you one small piece of advice. You do well in taking the first intervention to come. It will only last for one line, so there will only be a few seconds to take it. Be ready. Got it. That is all. With that, my council explanation is complete. Simple, right? And now the reason for this nickname should be obvious. I hope I didn't ruin that mystery too soon for you. No, I saw billiards in the trailer, so we're good. That's I think we are. Time to go back into the action. Billiards.
Bilbo's idea is that we make a bunch of rock, paper, scissors to decide the order of sacrifices in each council.
Oh, there. I guess that's mine. Oh no, that was her.
Yes, except the work, rock, paper, scissors part you made up. Well, what ifs?
Oh, I found me.
Details. Point is, somehow we'll choose an order they'll have to promise to keep with a blood oath.
I want no part in that. A blood infection is the last thing I need.
Also made up. Hey! Blood oaths aren't made up. They're an important cultural thing somewhere. Probably respect. Just admit you pulled that from your...
Listen, no jokes here. This is serious. We decide an order and we follow it. No need to overthink. It's not that complicated. And furthermore, not revealing the other's lies. If we assume that Rule 3 will remain for a while, it's a reasonable proposal.
Why would we assume...
For now, let's assume nobody will get eliminated.
Nobody? That would be great, but that's hoping too much.
Heck, I might have a heart attack at any time. No killer needed.
Well, let's assume nothing will happen for a few hours at least.
Assumptions are great, except when our lives depend on them. Let's say we do it. One or two people say a number, and then number 3 dies. The rest of us get saved, but what about them?
They won't get affected by the rule anymore. In the case that Rule 3 disappeared, those who said a number, even if it's proven later that they lied, won't have to give their real one. So, there's no consequences. Did I do it right?
Oh, right. Now I feel dumb. Then no problemo, right?
Yes! I lowered the tension. Good, good. They seem to be getting it now. There's still hope.
Everyone doing Rule 3 will lie. That's just logic. So, even if the rule goes away, those people will still be more vulnerable.
And why is that?
We'll have one less number to suspect them for, because the one they gave would be incorrect. Please, that's obvious, and one more danger when it comes to Rule 3, albeit minor.
And what if someone doesn't lie?
Oh, duh! If you say your number, everyone will think you lied and won't suspect you.
That tactic is way too risky, and now that you've said it, everyone will suspect whatever number you say.
So what happens if I pull this up while I'm doing this?
Oh, poopy!
Okay, it won't pop up. Wait, now? If number 3 is eliminated... Okay. Is it still gonna go while I'm doing this? Records? Okay. Councils can be only carried out inside the Golden Jack in the last 15 minutes of an hour. They work as open debates between all attending players with the main objective of figuring out the other's rule number. At any moment, any council member can pause the debate to initiate an accusal by writing the number of the rule they want to accuse. That number can't be their own. In each council, only one accusal is permitted per number and per player. From the moment an accusal is issued and until it ends, talk is prohibited. All assembled must write the name of the player they think has that number. If more than half of the council members choose correctly, that player will be eliminated from the game. If a majority isn't reached, the player who began the accusal will receive the name of the most voted, but without any percentage. Alive, non-present players will be counted as abstentions. Abstaining or writing an invalid name, not just your dead player, will result in a blank vote that will add to the most voted name. In a tie, or if the most voted name receives exactly half the votes, the vote of the player will start the accusal will be doubled. At any moment, except accusals, any council member can request the end of the council. If all attending players accept, the council will close. After 15 minutes from the start, the council will be closed automatically. Okay. If number 3 is eliminated, that's a valid strategy, otherwise... Oops. Uh-oh, that's bad.
How?
Let's say, for example, that number 1 says the real number, trying to pass it off as a lie.
Okay.
If we accuse him of being number 1, he'll be eliminated.
No kidding. That's why I said it was risky.
But according to rule, which was it?
6.
6. Ah, yes, that one. Wait, how did you know which one I meant? Well, Rule 6 says that if a majority fails after accusing someone, that person gets protected. So accusing someone of being the number they just said can take them out if it's true. But if they lied, they become immune. I don't think someone looking to kill would accuse without being sure. In fact, the logical assumption is that nobody will tell the truth, so there's no point in accusing them. So telling the truth, although risky, can save you, at least in the short term.
No, it's suicide. Listen for your own good.
Even if there's a chance of lying, or even if it's actually a lie, accusing someone of the number they just gave will lead to their death. Just maybe not right away. Actually, for a while, their survival will be guaranteed. If they're accused and it's incorrect, their lie will be proven, and they'll have to reveal their real number. Rule 6 will protect them for some time, but as soon as that rule falls or the majority changes, they'll be the first to go.
I see. Silence. No objections. They all knew Gin was right.
Without Rule 3, that wouldn't be true, but that applies from the moment you give a number, real or false. And nobody would have a reason to do it without Rule 3. So basically, if you say the truth, you can be killed, and if you lie, you'll have it harder to survive later on.
Rough.
It may not guarantee your death, but lying is a way better option than the truth.
Stop! Wait a moment. That's only true if a majority accuses the one who just gave a number. Someone here would really do that right now? Heat raised. Many stares moved around the table, but nobody answered. They had finally reached the core topic of the discussion. Rule 3 was urgent, but all of them knew deep down that somebody would fulfill it to avoid death. What was truly important was the game itself. Who would participate seriously? Who was mentally prepared to kill another human being? This is it. I have to get through to them somehow.
Well, if I have to do it to sure...
I understand how you feel, but... Could you live happily after killing? If you manage to win the game and get out of here, will you be able to live with the guilt? A harsh question, but a needed one.
We first met less than an hour ago. There are some people here that I just don't see myself getting along with, but none give off the look of a psycho. We all know that. Whatever happens, our lives won't be the same after this. That still doesn't mean death is the best option.
I'm not so sure everyone here would feel guilty. Ken!
You calling me a psycho?
Chill, kid. Wasn't referring to you, although that reaction.
No!
You calling me a kid? What? Are you actually 20 or something? Really gonna use that plot twist? No, but... Baby then? What?
I'm no psycho. I get no enjoyment out of this, and hopefully nobody here does. But this is our reality now. You can be more aggressive or more passive, but it's not possible to keep ignoring the game. You can only do that if you already gave up, like the old man.
You caught me? Is it that noticeable?
You admitted it a couple of times, I think.
I think I screwed up. Besides the hyperactive girl, you, sir, seem to be taking this the easiest.
I'm the hyperactive girl, right?
Well, it's not that I'm looking forward to death, mind you. Just that I already did everything I planned to do in life. By no means was it the most satisfying life, but it's the one I had. I don't want these youngsters to take the bullet for somebody like me, already on my way to the grave. That's what's fair. I'll defend myself a tad, but not a ton. Can't do much with this pile of old bones anyway. They never were much good in the first place.
I get what you're trying to say, Bill. But like Poker said, I prefer living with that weight than dying in this place.
What's wrong with the bar?
Than dying in this game.
Well, fair enough, I suppose.
I don't like it one bit, but that's how it is. I have more than enough reason to want to live, and I imagine everyone else does too. Certainly, we must do all we can to not stain our hands with blood, while also protecting our very lives, even at the cost of others. Even if you keep saying that it's better than death, then you must protect your lives. They don't like it, even if it's all true. When everything gets worse, and somebody gets desperate, we'll all fall apart. In less than an hour, we could all be dead, no survivors. A game like this can corrupt anyone. And even if you survive, what you did will follow you for the rest of your life.
Bill spewed out all that he had been holding back, all his thoughts and fears. Uh-oh. Everyone stared at him, making him even more nervous.
You know, I'll give you that. Whoever survives this will have their life changed forever. That doesn't change my opinion, though. I prefer a tormented life to none at all. Maybe I'll go to hell later, but I'm not very religious, so it won't keep me awake at night.
Poker.
Even if the winner gets caught and goes to jail, it's still a damn better fate than dying here.
How it's always been, a fight for survival. That is the society we have created. Strong survive by preying on the weak. This game is only a smaller scale version, yet more extreme. And like with society, to survive, you have to follow the rules. That's the only way to survive.
Fuck! I should have intervened there.
I hate to say this, but that's the truth.
Truth hurts. No, I refuse to accept that.
Don't misunderstand, I'm not in favor of it either.
I can't intervene.
So it's decided?
Decided what? You lost me.
Are you gonna play?
It's the only option now.
Fuck!
Thankfully, it's not just one winner. The opportunity to survive without killing exists as you watch others die around you.
But that aside, it's basically...
Kill or be killed.
I think I fucked up. In that silence, a decision was made. They had to survive. And to do that, they had to win. The game had to begin. Bad end. The game begins. Ah, damn it! Fuck me! Oh well, I got my first bad ending. Welcome to the Golden Jack. Now officially. Why officially, you ask? Because you cannot say you have truly been in the Golden Jack if you have not experienced death at least once. We meet again, but this time in a bit of a different context. Yes, it is I, that voice in your head. Who am I, you ask again? I know it must be vexing, but my willingness to divulge that information still lays far. What I can do is give you my rank, my position. I am the person in charge of guiding you through this little labyrinth. Following each death, we shall meet again, but I cannot guarantee that all that I can provide will be of great value. In fact, it would be better if you do not expect such a thing. You will not find answers here, but on the proper game. But I will make sure that every little visit of yours is worth doing, with some advice. With introductions out of the way, we can get to the truly important thing. Your first death. You might be confused right now. Have you truly died? Billiard's death has been guaranteed. It is only a matter of time. Therefore, the answer is yes. Let's consider this a way to save time for both of us. After all, this is the moment in which the boy is defeated. His goal unreachable as soon as a good portion of the rules decide that they need to start playing seriously to survive. And they're not wrong, don't you agree? Perhaps his hopes can be fulfilled. Let us take this brief moment to discuss about it. I wonder, what is your opinion on our little hero? You did not get the liberty to choose what rule to follow, so like it or not, you are trapped with him. Do you feel sympathy for him? Do you share his goal? Or do you so believe he is wasting his time? I share his goal and I feel sympathy for him. Yeah. I'd be absolutely fucking terrified in that situation, but I'd still do the same thing that he's doing. Personally, from my position, it is truly hard to not laugh. Do not interpret that comment as if his victory is unattainable. Is it a matter of attitude? Be it possible or not, this rule is like watching an ant go desperately around and around. So insignificant, so weak, so easy to crush, but perhaps that is why the natural reaction is to not kill it, but to observe it. Watch as it continues to run and fight for its life. Did I go too far, I wonder? Maybe I did get carried away. There's a pity that I cannot hear your reply to my question, but I feel satisfied in just having asked it. In my opinion, love or hate this little ant, Singer's journey has some merit. I hope that together we will see what fate awaits this rule. Not this pathetic end, but the one that lies beyond it. That is all. It is time to return to the first council and try again. You will have to be more aggressive to survive. Do not let the others derail the conversation, and all will be well, or at least better. This journey has only just started. Let's make a toast in honor of a fruitful game, and the souls of these lost rules. For the Golden Jack, and for our dearest owner. Okay, so be a bit more aggressive. Got it. I will do so. So I just discovered the joy of hitting the control button to skip through stuff. I'm a bit of an idiot, you know that? Thankfully, this thing exists. Hopefully this won't cause the game to freeze whenever the billiard section pops up. Okay, infinite possibility. Only evidence matters. Okay. Let's just do this part slowly. Just thinking. Use the information to predict what he'll say if he chimes in. Perhaps we decided to take it. Interviewing impulsively is risky, but so is hesitation. Take too long, the invention will disappear. The only back is starting the council from scratch. The same opportunity comes back naturally during the conversation. Otherwise, your authority to speed up time will come in useful. Yeah, do know that I'm talking about, right? Yeah, trust me, I know the control over time. let me just make sure that's working properly. But don't stress over too much. Maybe it was because I was spamming it, right? Oh well. Be ready. Let's go. Okay. Go. Yes! Okay. That's fine. I'm glad that all I had to do was kind of wait a little bit. That's good. So I intervened this first time then. That's fine. Because you always make up about the rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, whatevs, details, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, as soon as it gets to what's-his-face, piano.
Just you pulled that from your ass.
Listen, no jokes, this is serious. We signed an order and we follow it, no need to overthink it. And furthermore, note revealing the other's lies. If we assume that Rule 3 will remain on our rights are reasonable.
Why would we assume that?
For now, let's assume nobody will get eliminated. Nobody? That would be great, but that's hoping too much.
Yeah, my attack, no killing needed.
Well, let's assume nothing will happen for a few hours at least. The assumptions are great, as if our lives depend on them. Let's say we do it. 1 or 2 people say a number, then number 3 dies. The rest of us get saved, but what about them? They won't get affected by the rule anymore. In the case that Rule 3 disappeared, those who said a number, even if it's proven later that they lied, will have to give their real number, so there's no consequences.
Oh, right. Now I feel dumb.
Move it further up, blue, please.
And no problemo, right?
Yes! More blue! They seem to be getting it now. There's still hope.
Everyone doing Rule 3 will lie. That's just logic. So if the rule goes away, these people will still be more vulnerable.
And why is that?
We'll have one less number to suspect them for because the one they gave would be incorrect. Please, that's obvious. And one more danger when it comes to Rule 3, albeit minor.
Okay, so don't intervene on the second one.
And what if someone doesn't lie?
Oh, duh! If you say your number, everyone will think you lied, and won't suspect you.
That tactic is way too risky. Now that you've set everyone to suspect whatever.
Oh, poopy.
Then it went back down to red because of what she just said. But thankfully, we're still in the blue. Which is fine. Alright, I skipped a little bit. Skipped a little bit. Skipped a little bit. Okay. Thankfully, it's already dialogue that we already read, so we should be fine. Okay, we're going back down to the middle again. Wait a moment! That's only true if a majority accuses the one who just gave a number. Someone here would really do that right now. Heat raised, many stares moved around the table, but nobody answered. They had finally reached the core topic of the discussion. Now we're here. Rule 3 was urgent, but all of them knew deep down that somebody would fulfill it to avoid death. But what's truly important was the game itself. Who would participate seriously? Who was meant to be prepared to kill another human being? I have to get through to them somehow. Okay, don't hit the first one.
If I have to do it to survive, I will.
What a passion for life do the young ones have nowadays?
A kid his age shouldn't be making a choice like that. It's awful, but as much as I hate to admit it, he's right.
No, wait, I wanted to interrupt that. There. I'll try to convince them with ethics. I understand how you feel, but... Oh, fuck, maybe I should not have done that. I think I fucked up there. Okay, so I can go with this. Is your life really more important than the lives of everybody together? Like, I saw that could you live happily after killing did not seem to appease them. So, I'm kind of wondering what would happen if I chose this option. But we're all human. Everyone's lives should have the same value, right?
Legally and morally speaking, yes. Doesn't matter much here, though. Gin!
It saddens me to say that our kidnapper does not appear to have a high opinion of the law.
I'm no egocentric, but sorry, Billy boy. Shikata Goganai. It can't be helped.
We're human. Even if we know we will die eventually, we try to postpone it no matter what.
Yes, we are selfish, and that makes us human. If you're trying to convince us to let us be killed for the sake of others, your argument never had a chance.
So that was the worst option then.
Nah! The meteor from space could fall for all I care.
Well, elder aside, we all think differently.
Well, if we go by that, I'm the youngest. I should have priority.
Shit.
Well, I tried. It's not like I'm a fan of the idea of dying, so maybe not even I'm in favor of my own argument. Okay.
It sucks, but that's life.
Oh hey, I'm not surrounded this time.
As long as we don't have another choice, the only one we have is win this game.
Oh god!
Luckily, we can win without having to kill anybody directly.
Stop! Why wouldn't it? Okay. Wait! I understand how you feel, but... Let's try that. If you manage to win the game and get out of here, will you be able to live with the guilt? A harsh question, but a needed one. I had like 2 questions of the same answer here.
We first met less than an hour ago. There are some people here that I don't see myself getting along with, but none give off the psych. We all know that. Whatever happens, our lives will be the same after this. This doesn't mean that's the best option.
I'm not so sure everyone here would feel guilty. Okay, it's literally just gonna go through the same thing again, isn't it? Yep. I think I just got myself another bad end. Yep, I think I just got a bad end. Because we just got back into the red. When everything gets worse and someone gets desperate, it will all fall apart. In less than an hour, we could all be dead. No survivors. A game like this can corrupt anyone. Even if you survive what you did, will follow the rest of your lives. And I'm surrounded again. Everyone stared at him, making me even more nervous. Which means I gotta try to intervene somehow.
You know what? I'll give you that. Whoever survives this will have their life changed forever. That doesn't change my opinion, though. I prefer a tormented life to none at all. Maybe I'll go to hell later, but I'm not very religious, so it won't keep me awake at night. Even if the winner gets caught and goes to jail, it's still a damn better fate than dying here. How's it always been? A fight for survival, that is the society we have created. I'm not gonna be able to intervene at all here, am I? Strong survive by preying on the weak. This game is only a smaller scale version, yet more extreme. Oh! Huh! Is that really true? You think it's not?
You're all assuming something that could be wrong. Enlighten us. This game could have some loophole. The poison could be a lie. The poison could be a lie. But let's try, the game could have some loophole. You compare this game to our society. Sure, our society is far from perfect, but I don't see it as a fair comparison. Interesting. Continue. How do I say this? Basically, society has been created through generations going back centuries. But this game apparently has only one creator. Our kidnapper, this owner, they might be a psychopath, sick, crazy. But they are human, and no human is perfect. So, before you throw yourselves into playing the game seriously to survive at the cost of others, maybe we should look for possible mistakes that might exist. There might be a way for all of us to get out of here alive, breaking the game from the inside. Dart's eyes opened with clear surprise, which he unsuccessfully tried to hide. The rest of the group also seemed shocked. It was obvious once said out loud, but nobody seemed to have realized yet. Put in such a situation so distinct from anything they had lived before, they had instinctively jumped to one conclusion. This seems real. It's too elaborate to be false. Getting carried away by negativity or for whatever reason, they had taken the owner's words as if they were the absolute truth. Such a setting could only appear in fiction, never in real life, so the only insight they could gain was through that fiction. A group of strangers are forced into playing a game where they have to kill or be killed. Traps or strategies to win dirty were the only alternative. No work of fiction would let the characters avoid the game entirely and escape without participating. There would be no loophole, no error in the jail they had been locked in. Loophole. That's why automatically, unconsciously, they'd reached the decision. Yes, a big boost!
Bravo, young man. Maybe this youth is more promising than I believed. You at least could have a brilliant future. If we get out of here, of course.
Okay, good, I was able to shift it.
That last bit wasn't needed, Gramps.
Oh my god. I have to admit defeat. I hadn't considered that possibility.
Me neither.
Sadly, I think I'm too negative in these types of situations. In these types? Does this happen often to you or what?
Maybe? Of course not. It's my first time.
But where can that loophole be? How do we escape?
I don't know.
Then... chill! Let's not crush poor Billy Bill with so much responsibility. Maybe we can find something together.
Lime's got the right idea. Exactly. I'm not saying it'll be easy or even that this way out absolutely exists. But we can't give up without trying.
Sounds good, but I honestly wouldn't know where to even begin. But I admit defeat in this debate, and with pleasure. No game is perfect, and with this level of complexity, it's even more likely that there's some huge mistake.
Yes! I got them on my side this time.
I won't retract my words, but I agree with that.
In that case, we could declare the council done, but before that... Right.
Who will take the fall? Oh, Rule 3! Duh, silly me, forgot already!
Oh, crap. We never reached any conclusion. But we did stop the council. Just because we agree about the game doesn't mean we do with the other proposal as well. Ah.
I say yes. Ball, you have my vote. Not accusing, I mean on this.
Thanks, I guess. But the name...
Letting chance decide would be fair.
Yeah, I think. I give my support as well.
Whew. Okay, fine. Let's just do it.
Okay. I have one condition. What is it? What? I will agree to your proposal, all of it, with one condition. As a show of confidence in your own idea, and to prove that you truly are ready to take a risk for it. We will decide the order at random, but you will be first by default. Shit, that's not good! You mean... Billiards, tell us, what is your number? Ooh! His heart started to pound violently. No, that had been the case during all the council, but he hadn't realized until that moment. It was simple. He only had to give out a number, from 1 to 10. A number that wasn't his own, and thanks to the data he had gotten, there were 3 numbers he could be sure of. But there was one huge problem. If for some reason his lie was discovered, he couldn't give his real one. He didn't know it. Which meant that if for everyone else being discovered was a death penalty, for him, it was the execution itself. But Darts was right. If he wanted to be taken seriously, he had to show his resolve and take a step forward. Right. It would help get their trust. It would protect them. But he didn't aim to participate in that game. He didn't want to mistrust anyone, to see them as potential killers. He wanted to keep a positive outlook, and not fall in the hands of the mastermind behind the game. That situation, that fear of death was exactly what the owner sought. If his life was of equal value to the rest, the choice was obvious. However, if his own life was more important, or maybe he should look at it as a necessary sacrifice, so he could later reach the perfect end he yearned for. Right. Even so, taking that step, jumping into the unknown, was something that only a few were mentally capable of. Billiards was a normal guy, nobody special, just another person. He was no hero, no daredevil, not the type to jump into danger. Could he really put his life at stake for everyone's sake? He had to give an answer. Accept. My number is 1. I felt I had to choose. Council completed. Congratulations! All present players have overcome the first hour. As a gift, the antidotes for the next hour will be delivered shortly. Drinking them as soon as possible is advised to avoid secondary effects of the poison and death. Yeah, you only gave us like 4 minutes! Chapter end. Woo! I did it!
Beyond all rule, Ripper.
Woo! Fuck me. Damn.